In episode 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, we finally get to see Romin duel, and it was pretty cool. Hey, this is Rex Raptor, and today we're going to be discussing episode 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, the anime, a little later than I'd like to, or the video at least, but let's go ahead and get into it. So overall, this is a pretty interesting episode. Like I said, it starts off with Romin, who had seemed a little suspicious in previous episodes. So interestingly enough, that's kind of the main plot, the main cast and crew, or at least, you know, mostly Rook is very suspicious of Romin. For one thing, pointing out to Yuga that a lot of the videos of Rush duels have been deleted. So pretty interesting with some of the last episodes that ended off, especially when Rush duels were getting out to everybody. It seemed like, you know, everybody liked them, everybody enjoyed them, or at least we're seeing the videos of Rush duels. But it's pretty interesting now seeing that apparently a lot of them have been deleted, probably by Goha Corporation. So interesting. Of course, the main gang, like I said, is all suspicious of Romin. So Yuga shows up with one of his roads, one of his inventions, to attempt to get the truth out of her, because supposedly it detects lies. When it doesn't work, she's still charmed by the invention itself, and he asked if they all want to come to see his workshop where he works on his roads, his inventions, which, you know, is just a little beat up shack. We get to see the outside. We saw the inside of it previously, but once they're all inside, well, first they meet the reprogrammed drone that apparently is a big fan of Romin and is just simping for Romin the entire episode, which is pretty funny. Then Yuga not necessarily pressures her into a duel, but asks if she wants to duel. She maintains the idea, or she continues to say, oh, you know, I've never really been interested in duels. I don't even have a dual disc or a deck. But of course they loan her a dual disc and a spare deck, because of course Yuga has a spare dual disc and deck. So their duel begins, but first we see Romin seemingly sneaking something into her deck, or putting something into her deck. While they're dueling, Rook again is still very suspicious and is attempting to look inside her guitar case, which is unaccompanied, or what's the word? You know, unattended during the duel. You know, pretty interesting duel, or, you know, it's fine at least. Again, you know, not going to break down every turn of the duel, but we see a lot of cards, at least Romin's basically using a copy of Yuga's deck. But we see that she has some card that she's waiting on using that requires 2 tributes, a level 7 monster. So she's waiting on that. Yuga, of course, is able to summon 7's Road Magician yet again. You know, same old song and dance basically. He summons it, deals a bunch of damage, and then on Romin's turn, she's able to come for she's able to come back basically, withdrawing 4. And she summons her ace monster, which is really interesting. Prima Gitarna, I think it was. Yeah, Prima Gitarna. And, you know, it fits her theming right with the whole musician and everything. And everyone else is surprised. They're like, what, you put that powerful card in your deck, Yuga? He was like, you know, I don't even see this. So this was a card that Romin had. And she kind of reveals a bit of a backstory in that it's a card she received from a guitarist that she really likes, a musician she really likes. And, you know, it's pretty interesting. It makes sense that she had been carrying it around with her, you know, because it means a lot to her. It's kind of a good luck charm. And, you know, it's kind of relatable in a sense. I think a lot of us have kind of maybe that one Yu-Gi-Oh card that we start off with, or, you know, that one card that we really, really like, and it's one of our first cards. And then, you know, maybe eventually we start building a deck around it. So far, Romin hadn't built a deck around that. She just carried around that one single card with her, but, you know, you put it into the deck that Yuga had lended her. So pretty interesting, you know, for not having interest in dueling, or you know, not even having a deck. She still has an ace monster, which at least, you know, was pretty cool to see. So she brings that out, and it's got a good effect. It's able to gain some attack, and it takes down, it helps her take down, you know, basically all of Yuga's monsters. So, you know, Yuga's backed into a corner. We saw him lose last episode. However, this one, he's able to turn things around basically with a mini pot of avarice, and he pulls out, Yuga's got some of the best luck, I swear, when it comes to 7th Road Magician, because he's able to draw it again, summon it again, beat Romin. You know, that's basically the duel. But again, you know, it's pretty interesting, again, with Romin specifically. But they also kind of show that, you know, the card was the only thing in her guitar case, aside from the guitar, that was suspicious or anything. So Rook ends up seeing inside the guitar case, and his suspicions are cleared of Romin, at least for the time being. So, you know, afterwards it's just kind of a basic resolving it. You know, it was a nice duel. I think it was interesting. So, like, a lot of it was still based on relatively like tutorial. unfortunately, that's kind of well, maybe not unfortunately, but that's something that happens, all the time in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. It feels a lot more persistent though in this series with the extra tutorials, making sure everybody knows what's going on, and especially I guess because the characters themselves aren't 100% familiar with rush duels. So you gotta, make sure you explain the rules. And especially with Romin, who again, had no interest in dueling, but just has one single card. But in the end, she says she has fun. And so it'll be interesting to see if Romin will build more, an actual deck. We knew that at least she was gonna have one monster, a guitar-based monster. So I don't know if she'll end up building a deck later on. But what's interesting though is at the end of the episode we get a little shot of Goho Corporation. We see that somebody inside there is looking at the pictures that Romin was taking. That's something that people have been discussing before, in that Romin seemed suspicious because she kept taking pictures of everything that Yugo was doing. And she seemed to know a lot, at least in the first episode, in being able to program the rush duels in real time. So still, she seems suspicious. So we'll figure out what the connection exactly is with this. But like I said, the weird thing is that at the beginning of the episode we saw that the videos of rush duels were being deleted by Goha. So obviously Goha is still keeping a close eye on them, and somebody there knows what's going on with them and knows that it's them who created the rush duels. But they still aren't stopping anything because they can still obviously have rush duels. Their duel is still transform into sevens. But some the videos online, that's a weird thing. So it's kind of hard to grasp what exactly Goha's take on rush duels are, what their opinion is on it. Obviously they're censoring stuff online, it seems like, but they're still allowing it to slide, I guess. And again, they know who it is who's responsible for all this. So I don't know. It's hard to grasp what exactly they think, but I guess it kind of builds up the mystery of it. So hopefully we'll be able to see some things come to fruition with that. Like I said, overall, nice fun episode. I've been enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. It's pretty chill overall, nothing too serious. So it's just a fun, chill watch. Interesting thing though, currently with the virus situation going on in the world, in Japan, of course, specifically, anime like One Piece, Pokemon, Digimon, which, there's a Digimon reboot, are all going on hiatus right now. To my knowledge, there's no word on whether Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s will be going on hiatus, but we'll keep an eye on things. At the very least, we got 3 episodes, and again, 3 fine episodes. It's not like, I've been enjoying the series. It's fine. No real complaints. Aside from, maybe, it isn't 5Ds, it isn't V-Rains. But let me know what you think down in the comments below about this episode. What would you like to see going forward? And are you able to grasp what's going on with the mystery in this series? It's something. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like, subscribe, all of that cool stuff. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. That'll make sure you see each new video as it comes out. Anyway, this has been Rex Raptor. Have a nice day.